Good evening. We begin tonight with a developing story about the Buffalo Diocese. The Vatican is sending an investigator to Western New York.
The diocese has been named in well more than 100 lawsuits, all connected to alleged sex abuse by priests. I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Speck tells us tonight what the Bishop of Brooklyn will be looking into.
The Vatican has authorized an investigation into the Diocese of Buffalo and embattled Bishop Richard Malone. The Vatican's ambassador to the U.S. said in a news release, the Holy See has authorized an apostolic visitation for the Diocese of Buffalo to take place in the near future. An apostolic visitation is a fact-finding mission which reports directly to the Holy See, specifically the Congregation for Bishops, to evaluate situations in dioceses. The probe will be conducted by Bishop Nicholas DiMarzio of the Diocese of Brooklyn, New York, who acknowledged in his own news release that, quote, "This is a difficult period in the life of the Church in Buffalo." Bishop Malone says he welcomes the investigation and plans to cooperate fully. But reporters in Rome are wondering why the probe will not be conducted under the new Vos Estis abuse law created last year by Pope Francis.
What exactly are Bishop DiMarzio's powers? What is his mandate?
Chris Altieri is a Rome-based correspondent for the Catholic World Report and the Catholic Herald, who has covered the Buffalo scandal extensively.
Is he going to have power to compel witnesses, to swear them in, to compel documents from the Buffalo Chancery? One would assume that he would, but these days it's not a good idea to assume anything with regard to the way that the Catholic Church conducts its affairs.
The bishop has been under pressure to resign since August of last year, when the 7 Eyewitness News I-Team published a 3-part investigation that revealed he allowed priests to minister despite multiple allegations of misconduct with children and adults, and also concealed the full scope of the abuse from the public. The pressure has intensified this year when the I-Team broadcast the Malone recordings last month, which showed the bishop allowed another, quote, dangerous priest to minister despite allegations of sexual harassment. A scientific poll conducted by the Buffalo News shows the overwhelming number of Catholics, nearly 86%, want to see him resign, and only 3% support the bishop. Now, for those who remain skeptical of the entire concept of bishops investigating bishops, keep in mind that there are also investigations currently underway by not only the FBI, but the State Office of the Attorney General. For the I-Team, Charlie Speck, 7 Eyewitness News.
You can read the full list of lawsuits that have been filed under the Child Victims Act on WKBW.com. This list includes the names of the individuals and groups that are being sued and when the alleged abuse happened.